Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new Duo Esports game. I am back. It's Enjoyable Golem, the guy with the golden mic and the even better good-looking face. So today I am joined by, how do you want me to pronounce your name? Sobriquet?
Sobriquet.
Sobriquet? It's almost French. That's beautiful. So we got a few games coming up for you tonight. First one is going to be SRC versus TDS. I honestly don't know. What is it? Team DarkSpark, I believe that's what it stands for. Awesome. Well, we are going to get right into it as soon as these two teams are ready. Who are you looking forward to seeing clash on the Rift more? I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you've seen any of these guys' games, but do you have a personal preference for who's gonna take the cake?
I just want to see some good team play.
Okay. Well, we're going to get right into the drafting phase. And I would say that for any team right now at this ELO, I would especially want to see a Garen pick coming out.
Yeah, Garen is a good baseline pick for gold. And Platy's still pretty good, too. The boss has been receiving in the past few patches. Lux Band coming out of here. I wasn't really expecting the Lux. They do play Lux. But
that's definitely going to be a targeted ban, whether that be for the support or for the mid laner. But I mean, like I expect a lot of target bans for these two teams, especially with this elo. I mean, like I would still want to see some general bans out. So Garen, Yuumi, most Cinderhulk tank junglers, if you're good on them, you know, you want to try and get rid of those really early on, just to be like, hey, I don't want to even touch seeing that champion come up in my game. There we go. There's one of them. So that's a Senna ban coming down.
I was gonna say I was expecting the Senna ban earlier because someone on their team does play it. Both teams play it, but the support they play Lux and Senna. SRC they play both Lux and Senna, so they're definitely targeting him or her. I'm expecting maybe a Yuumi ban next from SRC because they do. Oh, yes. Dillian. Oh, Dillian's not in. My bad. Never mind. Maybe they won't ban Yuumi then.
So another target ban probably come down for the Yorick. Not really great right now, but can dominate games if you know what you're doing. And we got two great bans coming down from the red side for the Yuumi and the Olaf. Both excellent picks right now. The Yuumi, I think, is unmatched for being able to help her team not only engage, but also keeping the bot lane sustain going. So, you know, you have to invest a little early into the more reminder if she gets as fed as she can. Do you see the Cassiopeia as a blind first pick?
Yeah, Cassiopeia I think is really strong right now. I think she's one of the best mid laners in the game if piloted correctly, and if TDS can't, I know that TDS does play Cassiopeia a little bit, so I'm excited to see what he can do on her.
I like Cassiopeia as a pick, but I feel like she's not. I don't think she's strong enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna blind pick her in the mid lane, especially when, you know, the solo lanes can become really volatile, especially in the early parts of the game with how your jungler plays. And then we see another solo laner getting picked for the TDS. I don't know.
Seems like you're giving a lot of respect to this SRC bot lane.
Yeah, that's the only reason you'd want to do it. I mean, especially since they're on the blue side. I mean, they're not going to get the counter pick at the very end. So I don't know. Like, you're still stuck picking your bot laners at the same time. You can get rid of the few ADCs that are still really prominent right now. So, you know, the no farm Senna bot lane AD carry is amazing. Misfortune, incredibly strong, and I'm gonna expect two bans for, you know, that AD carry spot.
Yeah, we'll have to see what SRC does. It's definitely gonna be bot lane because that's all they have left to pick, unless the Trundle support. But I think that's unlikely. Right now they might be doing some kind of team fight comps from Oriana and Swain coming in and picking for SRC.
Well, I
But I
mean,
don't know if I would want to do that versus Orin.
I mean, they did pick the Orianna, which is an amazing grab into Cassiopeia. You know, control mages are heavily prioritized right now at high levels of play. She doesn't really care if Cass throws down, you know, the poison, because she's got the shield, she's got the movement speed to get out with her abilities. So, I mean, like, I think it comes up as a free mid lane for red side right now. And then, you know, then they're probably going to take that. They can flex the Swain. You know, you'd expect to see it bot, but they can flex it. And Caitlyn's strong early. So what would you expect to see out of the red side for maybe to round off in the jungle? Like, would you expect to see a carry come out and then maybe throw a tank top? Or would you expect to see a tank in the jungle?
I think it depends on who they trust more for top lane or jungler, whoever they put the carry on. I think it's possible for either one of those players get a tank spot still. But right now, I feel like it'd be easier to pick a tank into top lane than to a trundle, because I feel like the tank into a trundle in the jungle would be a little bit more abusable.
And you do see blue side banning out the two very prominent tank junglers with the Set and the Zac. So, you know, that is something that they're keeping in their mind for what they want to prioritize. Plus, they don't know where that... I'm sorry, they do know since they picked the Orianna. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be Swain bot lane. And there's the Garen. All right, there we go. I was hoping to see that one come down. I'm glad that came out eventually.
Yeah, the Orin might have a struggle against this Garen, because Garen does... I think Garen does beat Orin right now early, right?
I mean, I think Garen's probably the best top laner in the game right now by far, just because of how easy it is to play him and how well he does into every other top laner. If we're going to put him in tiers, I'd put Garen at OP and Ornn at like A. You know, he's dropped in priority. You know, the nerfs that went through on him really helped kind of, you know, pull back on his power. But we do see some disengage coming down for the bot side. A lot of disengage with Tristana and Janna.
Okay. I kind of expected the Sejuani pick just so Orianna had some kind of engage for her ball. Because every team in the field likes to, well, any elo likes to have some kind of hard engage with the Orianna ult. And Sejuani's one of the best at delivering it. So SRC definitely has a definite team fight lead if it goes straight 5v5 at this point. TDS still has some peel potential though, even if they do try to engage 5v5. So I think even though that SRC has the upper hand, they still can't get careless in their engages.
Yeah, I definitely like the red side a lot more. You know, they have two powerful engages with the Sejuani and Garen. They can throw the ball on them, get them in, get them out. You got Caitlyn throwing pot shots from the back.
Yep.
You know, and then you got Swain to kind of either be just kind of what's the word? Like zoning in a team fight to keep the Caitlyn safe, or to use himself as just kind of disruption. So I don't know. I think the Swain is the only thing where I would question later in the game. Like, that was definitely taken for the lane pressure with the Caitlyn, and I'm curious to see how that shapes up for later in the team fights and stuff like that, because I don't see how he fits in with the rest of it.
Yeah, I think Swain provides important catch as a secondary opportunity, because with Sejuani, Swain, the insane damage that can come out of Orianna and Galen just coming out of the bush, smacking you with their Q where Orianna are, they have some pretty good catch potential as well with the comp. Just Swain sitting in the bush somewhere, waiting for an objective to come. If they get on the map first, they have a good chance to catch TDS in a bad rotation.
Yeah, the thing about TDS is they picked a lot of things to kind of set themselves up to be like, okay, you know, you can do what you want. We're gonna go something a little bit off, just to kind of be annoying or to kind of counter what you want to go. You know, Trundle is taken right now to counter tank junglers. That is the reason you take him. It's not because he himself is overly strong.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you take him to steal the sats, and he's got a Sejuani to steal the sats. So
yeah,
good pick there.
That's actually weird that they picked jungler, but I guess they needed to pick tank anyway. So I think Trundle's always kind of a good pick in team play, just because most teams will always draft. So it's not like they're like, wait, who do I ult?
Right.
And I have anyone. So there's not
Right.
that case here. I think that
yeah,
Orianna will be safe in the mid lane for at least laning phase wise. But I feel like TDS actually has a better scaling composition as well, despite them having, you know, an Orianna killer.
yeah. I mean, just pure raw scaling. Looking at the carries, you know, we're looking at an Orianna Caitlyn into a Cassiopeia Tristana. And yeah, they did move back the levels just slightly for Ornn, but you have to keep in mind the masterwork items coming out from him. You know, that free 1,000 gold worth of stats that he just gives his teammates. And obviously he's going to want to put him on, you know, Tristana's IE or, you know, Cassiopeia's. So in a raw scaling game, I definitely see more advantages coming down from the Ornn's team simply because of his passive.
And also, you gotta think that SRC has amazing 1-3-1 potential too, with the or not SRC, my bad, TDS potential, because Cassiopeia or not scaling 1-3-1 because Cassiopeia can split in the side lane, as you said, so can Trundle. So if either the jungler or the mid laner gets ahead, and even if the Cassiopeia stays even, she has a chance to split and just farm up. She will eventually be strong enough to do a 1-for-1. So they kind of SRCs or TDS directly kind of counters what and they do with team fight engage when they go on that, because Janna and Tristan are going to be able to run away from a lot of their engage.
Oh, frick. Hold on. I gotta fix my overlay. Alright. Alright, let's get into this game.
We're like 5 point from both.
Yep, I think they're both just gonna 5-point it and be really boring people. Safe though, especially since the Garen is showing up a little bit late. Oh, we are gonna see a pause. Great. Alright. Thanks, guys.
Classic dual esports.
Classic.
Can't go a game without one.
Just going back to your earlier comments, you know, like I think in terms of the Cassiopeia, I think a lot of this game is going to rely on probably trying to catch the Orianna out early game, at least, because mid game she will scale faster than Cass. She is helpful because of that simple fact that as a control mage, she scales faster than most control mages. So I want to see some action in the mid lane. I want to see the bot lane Tristana coming up to gank mid. I think that would help.
Yeah, I think bot lane's going to be left alone for the most part from the jungler, just because they have pretty much only Janna and Tornado to help catch someone out bot lane. And it's kind of hard to gank Swain and Caitlyn, especially Caitlyn, unless if they really super far pushed up and boards.
Yeah.
That top lane's also probably potential because Ornn does deceptively high amount of damage, or you would think it'd be low because he doesn't have any attack items, but he does a lot of damage. And if Ornn can get a lot of damage up and Garen put right, Trundle may be able to get a pillar in top lane as well. And mid lane is also, I would be looking if I was a Trundle as well, because if Orianna is also pushed up, actually going to be pretty hard for her to escape if she gets trapped in the Maya's.
Well, I mean, she's not relying on any sort of real dash. She has the movement speed. Sorry. She has the movement speed from her W, and that's about it. So
She also has her flash.
Right, yeah, and so I think and Cassiopeia, even if she does try to go for that miasma, the range on it is just tough to deal with in comparison to the Orianas. So
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
you're definitely right.
I mean, I do. I really do want to see somebody coming mid to try and help out, but I'm saying it's tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for sure.
A little bit of
But
poke damage in the top lane. And we do have Swain catching out the Tristana. Honestly, I don't know why Trist would go for a trade like that. I mean, like, she saw the Swain. I mean, Swain's gonna go for that every time. You know, you gotta go up or down when you're dodging it. You can't go back.
I think a lot of players, when they play against Swain, they don't really know the speed or range of the key, so they just get caught sleeping. Typical trading over here. We get it in the gank topside though.
Yeah, Trundle is coming up here. I don't know if there's going to be enough room in the lane to be able to catch him out. He did turn around for an auto, but I think they're going to get out pretty safely here. Sedge is sitting on the top side too, so, you know, giving Garen a little bit of safety. And there's another pause coming down.
Garen needs to be able to push it up a little bit farther in order for Trundle to be able to do it. But it does give Ornn a little bit of pressure in his lane. And also, red team knows that Trundle was top side as well. But they should know that anyway. They're generally top.
So they did say the reason was because the market's crashing. And I half agree with that. I don't think that's the entire reason why they paused, but half the reason. Yeah, so with every single one of these lanes, though, we're just going to have a little bit of skirmishes back and forth. You know, these teams seem like they're interested in playing the game, which is nice, and not just freely farming, but trying to get small advantages to push their lead, especially with the, you know, lanes like the bot side and the mid, where they're kind of, you know, they're gonna have a rough time. Like, if any time Swain wants to go in, John is just gonna back him off and be like, no, we don't want that. You know, we don't want to fight like that. We don't like you. So gotta wait on these junglers. These junglers are gonna be the catalyst for a lot of the action that we want to be seeing in these games.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for bot lane to get a kill. They probably, if Swain gets a couple good pulls, they might be able to get a summoner out of, like, summoners on bot. We'll probably just night. Just will heal and flash away probably. But I don't know if they'll ever get that chance. But I think it's definitely possible if Tristan keeps it.
Well, she took Doran Shield, so, you know, remember she had the trade before and it's back to full health. So even if they try to go for those short trades, Caitlyn only wants a short trade, which is why if you're into a Caitlyn and you don't have an aggressive support to get on top of her, you know, the shield is the best option, but that also means Trist isn't going to want to all in. You know, he's got a Janna. So he just wants to sit there. He just wants to sit there and have a safe lane while poking with the passive on his E. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Ooh, trade in the top side. Garen's getting caught out a little bit. He's not leaving too quickly. Getting mighty low, and the Trundle's coming mid. This is what I wanted. The Cassiopeia is trying to throw down the damage. Poison might finish her off. Flash out from the Cassiopeia, stuck on a minion of all things. And we do have a gank from the Sejuani on the top side. A lot of action in both mid and top, and Ornn's gonna get dropped here. First blood going over the Sejuani. What a great play. I am so happy. I'm so happy to see the junglers making some proactive plays at 3.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, there was action happening all over there. Ornn got ganked top, ended up dying, and Trundle also for the gank mid, but they only ended up blowing both mid laners' flashes there. It was a very unlucky that Cassiopeia got stuck on a minion, otherwise her flash would still be up.
A flash out from Swain. Some autos coming down from Trist. I don't think he's not gonna have the damage to finish that off. Good luck, good luck. Puma rotating down from the mid lane to try and catch out the bot side, but we do get a flash burned.
Yeah, it's pretty good that they blew the Swain's flash. It just means that can't really go for any, like, aggressive trades. trades, but rather aggressive plays down maybe by the team's tower.
Yep. Garen's trying to trade again with the Ornn, but he's got to back up and let his passive regen because he's taking so much minion aggro. Look at all the... He took so much damage, not just from those, but also from the corrupting potion. A flash from the Ornn. Flash to return it, and Sejuani's back top lane for another gank. This might be an Ornn going down. Tries to dash out. Sejuani going to return with her own Q. TP coming up from the mid laner, and Ornn's going to try and turn this fight with the help of Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia's here, throws the poison down on Sejuani. She doesn't have any magic resist. All she's got is armor. And she's going to be piecing out here as fast as she possibly can.
Trish jumping in all over the map.
My goodness, Trundle's going for another gank. A nice pillar. Swain has no flash. He gets knocked up, and Trish is going to take that kill on him. So it seems that now that the game is kind of equalizing out, the Sejuani's really prioritizing that top side, whereas the Trundle wants to keep his carries going. So I don't know. I kind of like what the Trundle's doing a little bit more here.
Yeah, the Trundle ended up winning that trade just because the Ornn just was able to walk out after the Cassiopeia made an amazing TP top. Seems like there's a little bit more fighting here. I don't know.
Well, Trundle was bottom. Trundle was bottom. I don't know.
Yeah, Trundle was bottom. That's why. Yeah, Trundle was bottom and made a good grain cross map play, and made got a kill and made a 4-back-to-1. Really
yeah, I mean, you know, they remembered that the Swain had just blown flash, so you know he cleared a camp and came right back to that lane. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's really good.
Ooh, look where Sejuani is. Look where she's doing.
Playing dangerous game.
Divine, why are you over here?
Not in any wards yet. They know the bot lane's at. Cassiopeia doesn't know that Sejuani's right behind her.
Yeah, Sejuani's going to come in for a gank. Might have to... Does not have flash, so the stun's going to come down, and a nice kill going over. Even gets the Orianna... oh, no. Yeah, they did blow the Orianna ult, so...
Yeah,
can't use that next time.
She died.
Sorry, bud. Kill did go over to Orianna, though.
Orianna.
Yeah, but she did get the kill, so it's all fair in love and war. And Epic's TP is down.
Yeah, it is down. That's actually kind of a bad situation for the Cassiopeia. I'd just kind of wait for more jungle ganks, I guess. But there's a fight happening bot side.
Triss is going to jump, but is he going to finish it off? One auto left. Ignite is going to help out with that one, but another kill going to Triss. So Triss is getting really big, but on the contrary, the Sejuani with all these gank top lanes and the Ori is getting big. Another engage on the top side. Garen wants to try and pull this one off. Ornn ult going to come down. The Horn's going to knock him up. And the damage might just be enough. He's ticking down with the corrupting potion. No help is coming to him, and he's just going to try and run for his life. Nice little headbutt into him. Kill going over to the Ornn.
Yeah, so Ornn definitely knows his damage output and taking advantage of the Garen a little bit with, I feel like Ornn's playing super well right with taking advantage of all the damage they can do and kind of just abusing this.
Yeah, I mean the power with Garen right now is being able to trade and then heal. And all this Garen is doing is trading. He's not giving himself the patience or the time to heal this. He's going for what amounts to all-ins. And in most of those scenarios, I'm pretty sure Ornn's going to take it, especially after that Balmy Cinder.
Swain maybe caught out here. Trundle is raiding there.
Yeah, Cyan doesn't know about the Trundle. Flashes over to pick up the kill, and Lover's going to grab it over on the Janna. Another kill going to the bot lane for TDS.
Yeah, TDS is actually just playing so well right now with how they're laning. It seems like they're even... Stunna might be going topside and getting priority for the Rifter, which is something I like seeing teams do, with putting their bot side top after the Dragon's gone and getting priority for that Rifter.
So, I don't like this. All right, so Tristana picked up a Executioner's Calling.
Right.
For some reason, they are afraid of the healing from Fleet Footwork right now from Caitlyn.
Well, Swain heals too, right?
Yes,
And
but it's barely anything compared to his fresh rework from a while back. So, ooh, another gank in the mid lane is going to throw the ult on the Cassiopeia. Orianna blowing her ult, just missing a flash coming out from Agony to dodge that one out. Cass tried to throw the ult to try and get the Ori as she turned, but Ori was able to just kind of look away from the terrifying snake face, and we're not going to get anything in the mid lane.
Yeah, I agree that executioner calling probably bad by here as well.
Yeah. Ooh, nice play. Trundle's going for the Rift Herald. Let's see if they can rotate up. Cass is on the back.
In the mid lane? No, or at Rift Herald rather.
Well, it's actually going to be a 4v3. It's a 4v3 unless the bot lane can get there in time, and then it'll be a full 5-on-4. Orin's in the bot lane. Ooh, Lever's going to get taken down real fast. Tristan not able to blow up that bomb. And SRC's going to take advantage of this. Agony, what are you doing? You are way too late to this fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
TDS looks like they just didn't know what the call was supposed to be. They're like, back off, try to fight this. I don't think the communication was clear on what they're kind of hesitated walking back and forth.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out that Dejana still has her ult up. Like, she never even had a chance. Really good silence coming down from the top lane to prevent her from doing any sort of disengage for her team. And that Tristana's 200 gold purchase into Executioner's Calling is really giving me question marks.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made the same thing, especially since even if you build like a Last Whisperer out of it, it's not gonna really help you versus maybe, like, I guess the Garen kind of a threat, but like Sejuani would have gone down just as easily if he would have brought.
Well, Garen doesn't get his healing and competent until much later. Ooh, another gank on the top side though. Ornhorn getting called down, and Garen's gonna get caught out a little bit. Has to flash, burns the flash, and Puma's not gonna be able to follow up on that one. Good gank though, just blowing a sum.
Well, yeah, it's just a return gank from blowing the sum, and luckily Garen knows the ward for it, but should be just kind of calming down top lane, so you know what else to bring.
Yeah, Trundle's coming down to the mid lane, and Orianna is playing back a little bit more towards her turret, so she will be safe. Does want to check out, see if Trundle's beating his bat on it. Yeah, he does. She does know, and I think she might have bitten off a little more than she can chew. Cass is right next to the Trundle. She's just gonna leave with her ult. That's a heavy ability to use.
Yeah,
kind of
and if
preemptively.
If TDS actually moved their top laner like right away and called that Orion top, they actually made many killer.
Ooh, nice pillar from Trundle. Ooh, but the ult goes down on the Cassiopeia, and she's gonna get picked. Sejuani picking up another kill for herself. That Cinderhulk doing a lot of damage on the bonus damage she gets from autoing that ulted hero. I mean, I don't know. This Cass pick is not able to scale, and Orianna's taking the cake. Trundle now going to get caught out as Raptors, and another kill going over to the Orianna.
Yeah, I think this Cassiopeia is misplaying a little bit with the way that she's putting herself in lane, kind of just shoving the wave to Orianna. So it's given a lot of room for her to be caught out.
Yeah, Dragon's up though. So bad time for your jungler to get picked off, and this is going to be a free water Drake going over.
Yeah, this should be free. That's good. One dragon closer to soul. Next dragon up is, which I think that Eternal favors SRC camp a little bit.
Yeah, if we look at the gold differences, it's really interesting to me because total gold wise, the bot lane for TDS definitely has a lead right now with 47 to 3,700. But looking at all the other matchups, and it's heavily favored for the side of SRC. So, I mean, I think the only way I think TDS can put themselves into a more comfortable position is by getting that Tristana online. And not only did she burn 800 gold into Executioner's Calling, she bought a Storm Razor.
Yeah, it's giving me some question mark.
She bought a Storm Razor when she is this far ahead in the game. You do not want to do that. All coming down from Orianna. Uh-oh, Orianna, what are you doing again? Janna saved the Orianna. She is still going to get taken down, but makes it a lot harder. Swain has to ult to keep himself alive. Caitlyn getting caught now, and Swain might get followed next. Triss, what was that jump? Oh no, Sejuani ult goes wide. A TP coming in. Hopefully he gets there in time. That's probably the Ornn. Ornhorn comes down. Epic gets tossed into the trash. Ornn picks up the return kill on Garen. We have just the messiest of fights over on the red side's blue jungle.
Yeah, this is where I wish I had play a little bit, but it's hard to catch everything that was going on there. I wasn't able to catch all the suns that were blowing. Can't really trust this client, but a lot of stuff actually happened there. But TDS ended up getting the kill advantage there, 3-2. But it was definitely kind of a sloppy fight. The Janna ulting the Orianna away was kind of a misplay. Ended up. Yeah. Trundle had to flash over here, try to kill her.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to piece out of this. They did get the turret, but Sejuani kind of wants to keep fighting this. Objective-wise, we do see the Rift Herald coming back up for the second time. First time it was used on red team's top side. Being able to get that first turret, get a little bit of turret gold, not quite plating from it, but which is what you want to see a little earlier. But they were able to play around that Tristana. You know, they got the Ori to blow her ult, you know, by pressuring her, and then after that they just had this really easy follow-up. There was no front line for the side of SRC until way later into that fight when Garen finally shows up, and even when he does show up, he gets popped. So a lot of gold getting transferred back over. We now, like before, there was a gold lead of about 4,000, and now that gold lead's down to about 1.5. Still in the favor of SRC, but it is there.
Yeah, a small gold lead. I think the later this game goes on, that gold lead becomes more and more negligible. And it just fight down here bot lane. All right. Something might be coming around to your top side though. Looks like they're posturing for Rift Herald. Ornn actually starts it.
They are going to pick up this Rift Herald, I think, pretty uncontestedly. I'm curious what that dagger is building into Tristana. Like, the only thing I can think of is probably a fire cannon at this point, maybe. You know, just so they can use the Storm Razor. Storm Razor a little bit better. But I don't know. I kind of picture her, you know, I don't know, carrying her team with damage and going IE. But it's not me. It's not me.
She's doing her own build a bear kind. You need to leave her alone.
Yeah, but
she's doing just fine. She has 3 kills. That's more kills than you have.
That's hard logic to argue with, I have to say. She does have 3 kills more than I do.
And she has a bounty. No, she's doing pretty good.
Yeah, this is awkward. Another dragon coming up. This is going to be the start of the dragons towards the soul. So we do see that it is an infernal. A lot more damage. I would say.
Yeah, face tanking that bush.
Janna, you love going into bushes, don't you? Oh, see what I did there?
Yes.
Yep, Garen's zoning on the other side, trying to get Trundle a little bit lower to make it harder for him to steal. Great job, Garen. He can do that. That's what he does at this point in the game. Is going the attack speed build, which is, it's an old meme, and I don't think it checks out, but Garen running forward, trying to zone. Ornhorn is going to come out, needs to go on those carries. All 3 of them get knocked up. Caitlyn's going to get taken out real fast. Orianna's trying to dish out damage with her ult. Swain's get knocked back by Janna, and this is going to be a cleanup all in the eyes of TDS, and this is a free dragon. They are going to decide to push the mid lane out, though, as well, I would expect. Cass is going to soul that dragon. And that team fight turned really fast. That's the power of the Ornn ult right there.
Yeah, they actually just kind of blew up after they all got hit by the Ornn ult. I don't see how many of them got hit by the Cassiopeia miasma. I'm assuming quite a few did, and well, they kind of just all died.
Yeah, they collapsed very quickly under the power of that Ornn ult.
I wonder what Tristana's gonna build now that she got 3 more kills off that last fight.
I want her to build an IE. That's it. That's all I want right now. Really. Is that so much to ask? Is that so much to ask? Sell her pots? Yeah, I don't know why she's got three health pots either. That's just a lot of random
she just
gold.
ran up and bought a rapid fire cannon. You were right first time.
Yep. So, you know, she wants to use that Storm Razor damage and slow. Helps out with the Storm Razor, especially with her scaling range. You know, Trundle needs that a little bit of help with how he engages, even though he's got the Ornn Horn, you know, being able to pick off stragglers. So it's not the worst for utility, but the cast was so far behind that it was just worrying me. You know, because
like
she's become a damage dealer. Yeah, well, I mean, Ornn Horn.
True.
It knocked up 3 people, so I mean, like, that's what happens when Ornn gets a good ult.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Garen, you're gonna get caught out here. Triss getting chunked a little bit. A flash from Tristana.
Janna ends up securing the kill there.
Yeah, kill goes over to the support, and the flash from Tristana. That might be an opportunity for SRC to get onto.
Looks like Orianna's being too far up too.
Orianna's trying to push out the mid lane. Does dodge the Ornn Horn. Does get blown up by Triss Bomb. Not quite gonna do the death though. Not quite doing the death.
Have the magic killer.
She doesn't have the damage. Triss doesn't have the damage on her bomb. She doesn't have any AD. So yeah, she can blow through a bomb quickly, but well, her autos would have done more. Closer. And the more damage her autos do, the more her bomb does. Engage from Sejuani. Sejuani's gonna get pushed back a bit, but the Rift Herald does its job. Gets the in him. Oh my goodness, Tristana going hard in the paint. Tristana, what are you doing? She's going all the way. Garen's gonna come right back in here for some booty.
Garen,
and he's gonna get kited out. Garen goes down. Swain goes down.
This might be
this poor Caitlyn is gonna go down. All right, well, I'm gonna be last wave of defense. I'm gonna be looking for a surrender vault now.
Orianna, oh my god, she got the Trundle.
Oh no, she got the Trundle. Puma, what are you doing, man? Puma,
almost leave. The shirt right there. All right, it's not Puma, GG leave. Yet.
Hey, well, because of the odd turret diving from Puma, who gets kited because, you know, he's Trundle, they're not going to quite take the base, which is disappointing to see.
Yeah, it would have been close because of death timers anyway, if they would have been able then, but definitely made sure that they died.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think they could have ended there?
No, I think they might have been able to get a tower, but they would have been... The death timers are too low. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should have just stuck to the timer. I mean, like, they had Tristana there, you know, and she just melts through towers. Wow, we have a completed Mortal Reminder for the Tristana now. Really doesn't want that Swain to heal. That support Swain healing. Oh, no.
The front line's going to go down a little bit easier now, too, from the Garen, the...
Yeah, good armor pen there.
Yeah. Sejuani.
All right, Tristana. I wanna do this like mental telepathy with you, okay? So if you're this late into the game and you are sitting on 2 health pots that you don't need, I want you to sell them and buy a red ward. Okay? That's all I want you to do. Because if you buy a red ward,
doesn't have any red wards in there.
If you buy a red ward, you won't need those health pots. Garen getting poked down a little bit to half. They're going to take this turret off of it. The rest of SRC is rotating up. Orianna's stuck in the bot lane with the other person's mid. I'm sorry, other team's mid laner. Time to go in for a pillar pick. No pillar pick. Big dick pillar pick.
If I was on TDS's team, I would be looking to bring the Cassiopeia with the team and try and just have a good old-fashioned 5v5 and try to end top lane maybe. But it seems like they're gonna go for Baron first, which I also smart idea.
Yeah, this is gonna be a free Baron going over. They don't want to even contest or check it. No pings coming down from the red side. Cassiopeia is taking the dragon on the bot side.
Yeah.
And this is going to be
kind of slow.
Free.
Sejuani has a chance to steal it.
Well, maybe it's because Tristana doesn't have an IE. Sejuani's coming in and ult come down from her. Oh. She's going to not steal it. They're going to secure it for the blue side, but now fight. We do see the Janna going down. Tristana's now getting a lot of pressure on her. A lot of frontlining coming down for SRC, and they might be able to finish the job. Cassiopeia is coming from the back again. Cass, what are you doing? Your team.
TDS was really low.
Your team.
Doing that Baron, and they ended up.
Yeah.
They're just all dying.
Yeah, they have the they had the Baron passive ticking on them, you know, lowering their resistances and their health, and Cassiopeia making very poor life decisions, flanking from the bottom when, you know, the entire team could just swap their focus over to her.
Right.
She doesn't even have
an hourglass. She would have had to be a little bit low from Dragon, right?
No, because she heals from her E.
She does heal from her. I didn't know she 100%.
Yeah. Well, she might not have been 100, but I mean, like, even if she wasn't 100%, I'm sorry, even if she was 100%, that is not how you engage.
Yeah, she didn't need to be hero there. She needed the Saber Baron.
So yeah, not great, not great at all.
No. Let's see what TDS wants to do with this Baron buff that they have on. There are a few members that have it.
Yep. So let's go through the members real quick, just to take a look at them. So Ornn has it, Tristana does not, Trundle has it, Janna does not, and Cassiopeia does not. So the only two people that have it right now are going to be the Ornn and the Trundle, and that's fine. So, you know, if they want to throw Trundle and Ornn as two separate, you know, heads of groups, so, you know, they throw Ornn with some backline in the top lane, and then they throw like Trundle in the bot lane to split it and use that Baron. I think that's the best way to use it. They have slowly crawled back a, you know, that gold lead that they had before. So, you know, that's good to see. So they've now gotten a 1,000 gold lead for
Orange
TDS. Or no, coming down. Misses because of the freeze. So no ult. Big Orianna ult. Getting all 4 members. And they're going to clean right through them. Oh no, but they haven't quite got the damage.
Cassiopeia's not doing anything.
Cassiopeia's tickling Cyan right now.
Yeah, she's
that was it. That was a 2 for none. That was such a great Orianna ult. Tickling them. She was tickling them. Come on. Clearly.
I didn't see a lot of damage. And I was watching Tristan auto for most of the time, and it didn't seem like she was shredding the front line as fast as she might have been wanting. It looks like she might be building into some kind of... She has a stopwatch and a cloak, so I don't know what she wants to build first. But she might be getting an IE.
Well, if you look at the kills and minions, you know, Orianna's got a good 30 minion lead, 4 kill lead. You know, she's the one with the frick, what's it called? When you got money when they kill you. Oh my gosh. Bounty. She's the one with the bounty. If we look at flat, you know, gold leads right now, she's got a 2,000 gold lead over the Cass. So, you know, when it comes to these team fights, yeah, it's going to look like Cass isn't doing too much damage, but not only is she hitting the front line of SRC with no tank melting, but she's way behind in comparison to that Orianna. And you saw that with the Orianna shockwave.
Orianna's also doing more of a damage-oriented build, and the Cassiopeia is actually opting to go from a very defensive build with the Rylai's and the Seraphs and Braids. She didn't really try to go like maybe a Death Cap or, you know, maybe Landry's do a little bit more damage to the team, especially since they're kind of lacking it all around.
Tank fight in the top lane, so invigorating to watch and enjoy. We do have another dragon coming up. That's going to be the soul for TDS if they can pick it up. That's going to give them a huge damage spike, especially since this Tristana is finally, I think, building an A. Ooh, a pick on the Trundle. John is getting caught in the middle of that too. She tries to burn ult to try and get him away, and John is going to be the one going down. Swain popped ult to keep himself alive, do some sustained damage. Ornhorn coming down in the middle of all of them. A lot of damage. Tristan and John are already dead, right though. Trundle's dead. Cassiopeia's dead, and that Ornhorn's not going to save the team. Oh no, it's the tank fight of the ages. All 4 members of each respective team is down, and they're just going to look at each other, stare them down, and beat them with the hammer and the sword.
Yeah, Oren saved his team right there from a catastrophic loss of dragon.
You're right, Quicksilver. Imagine if Trist had IE so that Ornn can actually upgrade one of her items. You're absolutely right. Who would have thunk it? My gosh, it's like I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to Tristana builds.
No, you didn't even mention Mallet.
What?
You didn't even mention Frozen Mallet when you're talking about.
Frozen Mallet for Tristana?
Yeah. Haven't you seen the latest Boy video?
No. I would do that if I was ahead. I would do it if I was ahead. Garen trying to zone off TDS. They really don't want to let him have that that 4th dragon. And they're just trying to get control over this dragon pit. Vision come down from Swain, but I don't think they can get any further into the jungle for TDS right now. Look for control ward on that dragon to prevent the steal. They're backing up though. They don't want to get caught. The Ornn ult's down though. So if they want to burn the dragon, this is the time to do it. Red team is going to secure that dragon, preventing the 4th dragon. Engage coming down. Garen's on the front line. Trundle's going to get caught out here, getting brought really low. Cass is in the behind again, doing a little bit more of a distraction rather than pure damage. Trist is already taken out though, and these tanks are relying on this Janna to help buff them up enough to kill these big boys. Sedge is getting knocked up. Janna, you need to run away, and a quadra kill for the Ornn.
Damn, Ornn for quadra. Actually trying to say, boys, get in my backpack. I got you.
Get in. Well, if he was Tam Kench, I could be like, get in my belly. Get in my belly so I can carry you to the victory. Actually, he's got more of like a Savannah accent, so it'd be like, get in my belly. There we go. That's better. I did it. I did it. I did the Savannah accent. I swear, I think whoever made Tam Kench was watching The Office that day. You know, with the whole Savannah murder. Savannah murder in the South kind of scene. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just roll your eyes and judge me. It's fine. I get that all the time.
I actually don't watch The Office.
Well, so. Screw you. That means we all hate you now. Everybody who does watch The Office now hates you. And that's pretty much everybody. The gold discrepancy has grown to 3K now for TDS, even though the fight... oh no, the fight did go to him. So yeah. Gold lead has grown to 3K. That Ornn really putting them on their back to carry. We still don't see the Tristana with the IE, and ult coming down to the Janna. They really want to pick her off. Caitlyn ult trying to knock her down as well. Ornn trying to use this ult to peel off that Garen. Great knock up. Going down, picking off the Garen. Swain sitting on the front line trying to take up all that damage. Massive Orianna ult coming down to the front line. Is going to take out the Tristana, so now they're... Oh no! A blast cone is just destroying their lives. Their hopes and dreams are getting shattered. Even Garen is laughing his ass off. Oh no! You know what, Gavin? Everybody hates you now if you don't watch The Office. Sorry. Anyways, what was that? Orianna, another big W damage coming down. Orange is gonna beat the crap out of him with his face, though. It doesn't really matter. Caitlyn, yeah, you want to get back and defend that base real quick? Yeah, Garen over there, like, I want to know. Did anybody else notice how his teammate just screwed him completely? Oi.
I
Well,
guess accidents happen. A lot of armor
thank
coming in.
goodness. Thank goodness for Oriana's damage at the very end, being able to take out another member. Or else they probably would have ended right there.
A lot of both Sejuani and Game justified Chitana's build just a little bit more.
Well, I'm happy and pleased to say Tristana has built an IE.
And it got upgraded.
And it got upgraded. Look what happens when you build an upgraded, upgradable item for an orange. It'll actually upgrade it.
Tristana finally hit her power spike. It is now pretty much over.
I
think they're just getting out.
Yeah, I think they. I mean, like Cassiopeia is still trying to get online, right? Like if you look at her damage, she's kind of just sitting there being like, "Hey, I'm a distraction. If you ignore me long enough, I'll kill you." But it takes a while.
Right. She's also going to do quite a bit of damage to these front lines, though, just because of the nature of her build.
Tristana has gotten picked off first for TDS in almost every single one of these fights, which begs the question if you know, SRC can keep that up and do it a little bit more fluidly without, you know, because they've been getting some really good Orioles. Inferno has been on point with his Archie and turning a lot of these fights, or at least making it not as detrimental to him. But the gold lead's sitting at 3K right now. Definitely want to see the Sejuani with the Oriole engage to try and win this game.
Orion's coming in right now.
Uh-oh. Oriental just picking off the Trundle. Big Oriental coming down. Oriana's gonna get grabbed. Swain's gonna get his ass handed to him. Caitlyn's now in the fire for the Orn and the Trundle. Trundle sprinting after her, and she just wants to go back to the hot tub in the middle of her pool. Oi. This is going to be it. This is probably going to be the game right here for TDS. TDS pulling off a pretty big win from just the Orn into the Tristana synergy. And we're going to see a nice little switch back. Sejuani,
MVP is definitely TDS boy toy.
No, Sejuani, no. Oh, yeah, no. Boy toy with the quadrikill at one point. Definitely going to be my pick for MVP for this game. And that's it. That's the game. TDS is going to be picking that one up. Well done, both teams, but I'm sorry, SRC, you suck in comparison to TDS.
That was a good first.
That was oh my gosh, my League of Legends isn't responding. Hold on. There we go. Thank you. Wow. So let's talk about that game real quick while we have a few minutes. What do you think went wrong? Because like, you know, from the earlier game, SRC was kind of focusing mid and top for a lot of that game. And, you know, TDS decided to stick it out with bot lane.
I think a lot of mid-game positioning and just not being aware of maybe how the fights go on your map kind of screwed them over, because I think they just got TDS a little bit too gold to get them through the mid game, and they outscaled them through the lake. Cassiopeia does eventually start doing more damage, and then Sana eventually will start range, start doing more damage. Even though their builds were kind of trying to do lots of damage, well, they had the frontline Orn and Trundle. I guess they were kind of scared of maybe getting picked off and dying, but I don't know. I just think it was just too hard of a game for SRC to win as SRC got to late game. Inferno D, I think he did a fantastic job keeping his team in the game. Those Oriana ult. Because he had quite a few good ones, and so did SRC Divine. He had a lot of good picks in the jungle. Like he's just SRC Divine had a lot of good early pressure, late pressure, and pressure. He just had a lot of pressure at all stages of the game. That I think those two just helped the game, but they just needed a little bit of help, maybe their bot lane.
Yeah, I think the focus on the bot side from the Trundle really secured that lead. I think with some itemization changes, Tristana could have perhaps carried a little bit quicker. You know, she ended up being the crucial carry for a lot of these fights, but a lot of the setup for the fights, a lot of the initial damage for the fights was coming down from that Ornhorn, and so that's always really good to see from your top laner able to carry in just such a way. So really exciting first game. We're going to be moving on to game number 2. Which I believe is Midnight versus Fight Club. So, gonna be a good next game. We're gonna take a short break.